Hello?
How we doing, Kendra?
The all new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now. Hi, sir. I like your hat.
Thank you so much, Kendra. Before
What's
we
your.
get started, can I just give you your flowers for being such an influence and such a positive, absolutely incredible positive example for what true love is these days?
Aw, thank you. Thank.
Seriously, I just truly appreciate how transparent you are with your constructive criticism because a lot of us get on here delusional as hell. So the fact that you keep it real is just really refreshing. So I wanted to start with that.
I received that. Thank you so much. I will say this. I truly have a passion for connecting people. That's what this platform is for. I created it in COVID and it grew bigger than my imagination. I believe we're in a new world of dating and meeting people. But at the end of the core, this show's mission has always been to connect single people from all around the world. And the ultimate, the lottery ticket is marriage. But maybe you don't get marriage. Maybe you meet a new friend. Maybe you meet a new relationship. Maybe you connect, but it's all about connection. So that's always going to be the mission
Absolutely.
statement. And I received that. Thank you so much. I really do.
Absolutely.
But let's get
Absolutely.
into it. Are you
Let's
ready?
do it.
So, what do you want me to
Absolutely.
call you, sir?
Lucius.
Lucius. Okay. And you got the wine glass.
Just a little
Oh,
bit, just a little bit. We sipping some
okay.
agitator tonight.
Okay. Oh, let's do it. How old are you, Lucius?
I am 34.
34. And where are you calling us from?
Excuse me, 35. 35. Pardon me. And
30
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL. Okay.
Indeed.
Do you have any kids?
I have 0 kids.
No kids. Have you ever been married?
Never been married.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm an author, an entrepreneur. I make content on TikTok, and I pretty much do a little bit of my dating thing too. I do a little bit of dating advice on TikTok. There
Okay.
was a there was a video that recently went viral about me talking about the time I got cheated on. You may have seen that or not, but yeah,
I haven't seen it. This is my first time seeing you. So this is my first
indeed.
time seeing you and getting familiar with you. But you talked about being cheated on.
Indeed, and it seemed to resonate with a lot of people because it blew up. All kinds of other platforms were reposting it, and it was interesting.
What did you
I'll send
say?
it to you after we're done.
Well, just tell me right now. What happened?
Well, honestly, long story short, I went through her phone and I found text between her and the person she was cheating with. So I just basically broke down the text messages, how it affected me, and how I moved on in a positive way.
Okay. As a
Indeed.
man, because we don't hear a lot of men being vulnerable when they're cheated on, but it really, so were you hurt emotionally?
Oh, I was broken. I was destroyed. I was destroyed. A lot of people later on, when I explain the whole story, I talk about how I went back to her. So I'm an open book and I'm extremely vulnerable and I got stoned for that. They were like, "How could you go back? How could you go back?" But I loved her, and I figured that everybody makes mistakes and we may have possibly had a chance to move forward, but it didn't go anywhere.
This made me think, and I have to post it to my page. Shout out to my dear friends Ian and Rashad from Earn Your Leisure. I
Yeah.
did a interview with them a couple weeks ago on
Yeah.
their podcast, and it was a very enlightening conversation. And I wanted them to speak from the male perspective in this new dating space. But I bring this up to say we talked about cheating, and I asked them, do they think a woman should stay with a man who cheats? And then they gave their assessment. And in the end, in so many ways, they defined it as she shouldn't leave, depending on the level of cheating. But if a guy stays with a woman who cheats, he's a lame. And I was like, wow, that's such a double standard. Like you're basically saying the woman should stay with a man that cheats, but a man should never do the same grace. But that's a whole other conversation. Let's focus on you, Lucius.
Let's do
All
it.
right,
That
so
may I tap onto that?
you can.
There is a double standard, and as adults, we have to honestly and openly embrace that. But I don't think anybody should go back to anybody that cheats. Male, women, anything. I think that if somebody cheats on you, for them to learn their lesson and for you both to heal, you got to leave it alone. At least for a couple years, you got to leave it alone. There's no going back to that. So I agree with them. Anybody that goes back may have some insecurity issues and they may need to work on their self esteem. as I did, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get to the questions.
All right, let's get to it. What's your zodiac sign, Lucius?
I'm an Aries, an evolved
Yeah.
Aries. Let me elaborate and emphasize evolved Aries.
Okay. Some of my cousins say you're only here for clout.
Clout?
Yeah,
What's
that's what they're
clout?
saying in the comment section.
What is clout? That sounds like such an elementary statement. Clout? I'm here to find a wife. I'm here to find something to vibe out with this spring and summer. I'm
All
tired of being single. I'm tired of being alone. I want to find love. I'm not here for clout.
Okay, well, let's do it. All right. So we got Lucius, 35, Aries, Atlanta, no kids, never married. He makes content on TikTok. He's an entrepreneur and an author. So let's
Yes.
break it down. He said he wants to find his wife. So what kind of woman are you looking for? What qualities should your wife have?
Well, as I age and as I evolve, my requirements tend to shift. So, right now, at this current moment in my life, I'm just looking for somebody that's kind. I'm looking for somebody that's caring. I'm looking for somebody, of course, attractive, of course, somebody that I'm attracted to, but just somebody that I could vibe with, get creative with, take trips with, just a partner. I'm looking for a companion.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
I don't date women with kids, which is crazy because at my age, it seems that that's everybody. So I
Well,
don't
how
do
old are you?
kids,
35?
indeed. So I don't do kids. I don't do cigarettes. I don't do negative energy. I don't do liars, of course, cheaters. We talked about that. I don't do closed-minded women. We don't get along. Me and closed-minded women don't get along. A lot of women misconstrue my energy as being effeminate, but I feel like that's a Western Americanized concept. And I feel like just because a man may, be fashionable or he may like to smell good doesn't mean that he's homosexual or anything like that. You know what I mean? So a lot of
Okay,
women,
so I'm happy you brought that up because I wouldn't have brought it up, but there were some people that thought you might be gay. So you're
of
saying
course,
you
I
want
get that all the time. I
you
get
get
it
that all
all
the
the
time.
time.
Why do
It
why do you
haunts
think you
me.
get that?
Pardon me?
I said, why do you think that women think that about you? I mean, I think Atlanta man, unfortunately, it almost comes along with the perception of men in Atlanta.
Indeed. Well, I want to make it clear that I've never been attracted to any man. I don't want no hairy ass man around me. I'm good on it. But I believe, like I said, that it's an Americanized thing, especially in our culture. I feel like in our culture, we're so used to breaking each other down and making a joke of people. And when we don't understand something, we're quick to throw a label on it, but I'm not gay.
Okay,
Never been
clear.
with a man, never been interested in being with a man, but that's definitely haunted me for years, for years.
Really,
There'll be
really.
women that I'm attracted to and I'm thinking we getting close and we might have a vibe going and then all of a sudden I realize that they looking at me like they little gay bestie. And it's like, nah, baby, I was trying to smash.
What?
On God. On
Okay,
God.
okay, fair enough. So we got that clarity. All
Yeah,
right. So
absolutely.
no closed-minded women. Any other things before I go to should she look a certain way?
Um, what other deal breakers do I? That's mainly the thing. I need somebody that's open minded, creative, artsy, maybe a little edgy. I like to have fun with my girl. I like to do shit that we don't typically do. You know what I mean? That people don't typically do. So just an open minded, flowing, nice, caring woman.
Okay. Now should she look a certain way?
Honestly, I'm trying to date outside my type because it hasn't been working too much for me, to be honest with you.
So what
But
is
I,
your
I like
type?
those. I like the I believe you call it model figure. I like them
Yeah.
slim. I like them tall, like you. Well, you're
I'm
not
not
really tall,
I'm
but
actually not I don't think I'm that slim. I'm pretty thick these days and I'm not tall. I'm
yeah.
actually pretty short.
How short are you?
I think I'm 5'3". I could be 5'4", but I really think I'm five
Wow.
three.
Honestly, 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 I tend to be drawn to that more so. When I say model, I mean like petite. I like petite women. I'm
Oh,
gonna keep it.
petite.
I'm gonna keep
Okay.
it real.
Okay. Okay. All right. What about money? Should she make a certain amount of money?
That she could work at Wendy's. She could work at Walmart. I don't care. I mean, she could be pursuing a dream, lash tech. What I don't care what she makes because that has nothing to do with me. I'm a provider.
Woo! All right, Lucius, let's do the Kendrick cam. This is when you stand up and we see your full body.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to the kitchen so you can see my whole body.
Okay, he says he's gonna go to the kitchen. Yeah, I'm a shorty, guys. I just wear heels all the time. Okay, all right, we see you. Okay,
Six
don't play
one.
with it. I will say this, and I think this is what gets passed a lot when we talk about weight. This is what I've come to terms. Some men are not, most men, and this doesn't happen all the time, want to be bigger than their woman. So that's why sometimes men tend to like smaller women. And this is why sometimes your weight, it's not even enough. It's just the fact that he might feel like you're just too big for him, right? So,
Indeed. And that's all it is. I want to make it clear. Women are beautiful in all shapes, all sizes, all complexions, all of that. But you're absolutely right. I want my woman to look up at me. I want her to feel protected around me. And I'm not 6'5", 300 pounds. I'm 6'1", 170. So I like them petite.
okay, we got you, Lucius. All right, when was your last relationship?
Wow, my last relationship, I believe, was 5 years ago. Like my last serious relationship, 5 years ago,
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
last April.
Last April. Okay. Are you on
Hmm.
a abstinence or celibacy journey?
Not at all. I'm not gonna say I'm picky, but I will say that I'm just not gonna lay down with anybody. I'm not just gonna lay down with anybody. Sex is important to me, but you literally you see the horror stories about women with 3, 4 kids with 3 baby daddies. Bruh, nah, bruh. I'm not about to be having 10 kids out here just around. Like, I'm good on it. I'm very safe. I'm very selective. And honestly, I'm very horny, but I just haven't had sex since last April.
You know, one thing I want to say, and this came to my spirit, and I need to start saying it more. Babies is that's almost the positive outcome. I really think everyone should start requiring STD tests. I feel
Indeed.
like for some reason, I don't know, like why people don't take that part serious. So I need to start saying this more on my show because it's a dating show. But just be responsible, and if you're gonna have sexual activity, you're grown. But
Yeah.
I highly suggest that you take it serious enough that you and your partner get tested together first. And I really need to start pushing this more because
No,
I
you
think
do.
what's happening is people are just out here and they're like, it's the heat of the moment. And then, a baby came. Okay, that's the blessing. Now, let's just say something else came that you can't get rid of. And because sex has become this so casual thing, like situationships, link ups, sneaky links, y'all got to go back to the basics and knowing that you are sharing your body and it could be deadly. So if you and your partner can't go get tested together, then I personally think y'all just should not have sex. And that's
Uh,
just call me Auntie Kendra, Big Cousin Kendra, Big Sister Kendra. This is for men and women. Y'all need to start making that a priority again because y'all just out here passing everything around.
I second that sentiment. Kendra, see, here you are again dropping gems. I feel like you can't help but drop the gems. Like,
But
I
when you
love when you, what'd you say?
okay, no, go ahead, I'll
I
let you
love
finish.
when you ask people, well, did you have sex unprotected? Because I'm over here giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, please, the condom pop. And they're like, well, yeah, we unprotected. And I'm over here like, so thank you. Thank you for driving that in because this is a pandemic in our culture, in our community. The fact that we're just having sex frivolously and spreading STDs and having babies with broken families. We got to kill that curse, yo. So I appreciate you for dropping those gems. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're almost done, Lucius. Three flaws you have to work on.
I deal with limerence. So I battle with limerence. I could literally see a woman and literally imagine who she is, how she is. I idealize her. I project my own wants and desires onto women that I may not have even met before. And that tends to get me in trouble a lot because if you go into a situation with these ideals and these expectations, that's blinding. And then you continue to move on with the relationship, and then you realize that they're not what you thought, but you shouldn't have been thinking that anyway. You should have been just getting to know them and realizing who they were for themselves. So
Right.
limerence, pardon?
That's all right.
Indeed. So limerence is something that I deal with. I procrastination is something I got to work on. I feel like a lot of times I deal with imposter syndrome, so I push things off, and we got to stop doing that because life is short. And lastly, I move fast. I move very fast. I was actually thinking about it today because I was talking to this girl earlier, and I asked her, I said, "You in Atlanta?" And she ignored the question. And my blood started to boil a little bit because it's like, why are you playing around? Like, just answer the question. But maybe she wasn't ready to get to that yet. And I got to learn to just let people, I got to learn to pace myself and allow people to allow things to flourish and blossom as they should. As an Aries, I like to move fast. I like to drive. I like action. I like, let's go. What we waiting on? And that tends to get me in a lot of trouble. So those are my three things that I got to work on.
What was the first word you said again? The first word.
Limerence.
What does that mean?
Limerence. Pardon?
What does it mean?
So limerence is when limerence is like kind of like what I said, when you have these idealizations and you project what you want onto somebody, like when you fall in love fast. You know that chemistry that people tend to feel at the very beginning? That's
Yeah.
limerence. And
Okay.
it's a bad thing because you can fall in limerence and not love and end up getting hurt
Gotcha.
by
Okay.
projecting your own thoughts of how things should be.
Well, yeah, we just talked about that with the last caller. Well, that's the big word. The small word for me is fantasizing. When you
Yes.
fantasize what you want opposed to the reality. Okay.
Yes.
Lucius, what's the age range you want to date? You're 35.
25 to 55.
Okay. Should she be in Atlanta?
She doesn't have to be in Atlanta, but I would prefer her be, East Coast. I would prefer to be on the same time. What do
Time
they
zone.
call it?
Time
Indeed,
zone?
time zone.
Okay.
Absolutely. I would prefer to be on the same time zone. I love traveling, so I don't mind pulling up on her. I wouldn't mind flying her to meet. So she doesn't have to be in Atlanta.
Now you said that you want no kids. That's strong for you, right?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, cause I'm no kids, but I met a woman recently where I was like, you know what? I might make a little exception. She's fire. She's gorgeous. She has a good heart, and and we like a lot of the same things. So I've considered, maybe being a stepdaddy for her. So if I were to meet another woman where she just checks all the boxes and the only issue is she has a child, one child, mind you, then I might brush that off, man. I would make a great stepdad.
Okay. All right, Lucius, why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Yo, I'm a lover. I'm a certified lover boy. I will pour into you. I will pour into you. I support you. My ex, she had an idea to do a business. I bought the LLC. I'm gonna elevate you. When you leave me, you're gonna be elevated. You're gonna be feeling yourself. I think that's why she left me. She was like, "Yeah, I could do better. This nigga this guy done pumped me up. I could probably do better. I'm gonna treat you like a princess, and you're not gonna want for nothing."
Ooh, okay, we got before we go.
And I'm
I'm
gonna
a
take you up through there. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna take you up through there if you know what I mean.
I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
physical?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. That
Okay.
part of me hasn't evolved as an Aries.
Okay. We got some paid questions. You ready for them?
Let's do it.
All right. Rated R said nothing about him seems genuine. Girl, bye. He got all this discernment, yet single and haven't been intimate since April.
It's okay. You don't have to believe me. You don't know me. So if this is your first time meeting me or seeing me and you've never met anybody like me before, of course you would react like that. You know, I apologize if I triggered anything in her. Nothing about him seems genuine. I may remind her of somebody that's not genuine. But you got to know me to know me. And I
Okay.
really I haven't done anything since last April, yo, for my birthday.
Okay. Okay. Oh, they see you drinking this wine. They're saying, what wine would you pair with baked wings?
This is good because I do wine reviews. So this is very good. Thanks for asking that question. A wine that I would pair with baked wings, if they're not spicy, would be a nice Chardonnay or a Chablis. Chablis is a French Chardonnay, and that would go incredible with baked chicken. Now, if it's spicy, I would do either a Gewürztraminer or a Riesling, because that's gonna cut down that spice because of the sweetness. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. And Manuela, she likes you. She said, you are eloquent and amazing. Wish you
thank
all the
you.
best.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Seriously. Kendra, I didn't come on here for clout. I came on here to give you your flowers and find love. And I kind of want to pull up on Charlotte. When is that event? Is it tonight? Of
So
course, it's not
okay,
tonight, but
so tomorrow, so no, no, so I'm in Charlotte. I'm in Charlotte for a minute, child. Actually, tomorrow is the BET event. That's women's only. So women's only event. We got you, sis. Shouts to BET for adding me to this tour. We did it in Houston, and now we're doing it in Charlotte. And they only
yeah,
selected. I want to say they only selected about 8 women all around the world in different genres. And I was one of the. I don't think it was 8. I take
congratulations.
it back. I think it was like 6 women. So out of 6 women all around the world, I was selected by BET. So very gracious for that. Because I'm in
Absolutely.
Charlotte, I have a partnership with Kitchen and Cocktail. So Tuesday, you should definitely pull up.
I'm going to try.
It's Tuesday in Charlotte at Kitchen and Cocktail. It's the Mix and Mingle.
Yeah,
And it's speed dating, but first it's the Mix and Mingle. We always do the speed dating based off of men, and the men get a chip, and you select the first girl you want to speed date with. So usually it's a whole bunch of beautiful girls because you got to get invited to speed date by a guy. So ladies, make sure if you're coming, be your cutest because you don't guarantee speed dating. You get to guarantee to mix and mingle, but you don't guarantee the speed date. So that's that. But
did you come up
okay.
with that concept?
Well, here's the reality. When I started to go out live, here's the deal. See, I'm in the streets and I always tell y'all what I give is data. So you can do whatever you want to do with the data. There's always going to be more women than men. Now, I will say this. A lot of men don't like speed dating, but men like yourself, they come out. I actually do get good quality men to come out to my speed dating events. And but it's never even. So the only way to combat that, because most men want to just keep it 1,000. Most men don't like speed dating because they always feel like it's women they wouldn't want to date. So to take that away, you pick the first girl. So you have to you engage, you mix and mingle, and you pick the first girl you want to sit down and get to know it. And now it's a room full of girls that have been selected by a guy for whatever manner. So that's the way. And again, it's the reality. One thing I want to do is, like I said, my mission statement doesn't change. I really want to connect people. I want to connect people and I want to enlighten people to the reality of what dating is today. This is not
Yeah,
our grandparents' time. So I'm just trying to give everyone a dose of what dating is in our time. So that's just the way it came up. But Lucius, we gotta go. Are
let's
you
do
on the
it.
Kendra G Singles dating app?
Of course I am.
Is this you?
That's your boy.
That's
That's your
that's the one.
boy.
Oh, wait, on my Wi-Fi. Oh, you got the wine. Okay, so it's Lucius. That's his name on the
That's
Kendra
me
G
doing a wine
Singles dating
tasting.
app. Here he is, Lucius, Lucius. Okay, Lucius.
That's my
Here he
baby
is.
Mars.
Okay, here he is, ladies. Now here's the deal. That's his name. You can put in his name. Lucius is Lucius Love. Lucius
Yeah,
Love is his name on the app. Couple things. You can push the heart of the star if you like him, heart of the star if you like him, or you can send a message. This is the direct message. I'm gonna show you how it works. You could do that before you even match. So let me show you how it works. I'm gonna send him a message. I'm gonna say, "Hey." So I just sent him a message, and you can also send a voice message. "Hey, Lucius, hey." So this way, oh, I didn't record. "Hey, Lucius, hey." All
This is
right.
gonna be my first message, my
This is
first
gonna be your
voice
first message. So I sent the message. Oh, I'm not holding. Hey, Lucius, hey, I gotta hold it down. I forgot. Okay, there we go. So
Done
I sent him
deal.
a DM and I sent him a message. So don't forget, this is where you guys go. I'm gonna show it to you again. 34 on my Wi-Fi. I'm not home. Here we go. Lucius Love. Lucius Love, ladies. Lucius Love is his name on the Kendra G Singles dating app.
Let's
All
have a
right,
good
Lucius.
summer, baby.
I wish you the best.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, love. Have a good
Uh,
night.
okay, you too. The all new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.